Hello from the Museum of Discovery. We're going to put our home discoveries on pause for just a little bit in preparation of 4th of July, and that means fireworks. So we're going to look at the chemistry of fireworks. It's going to be an exothermic chemical reaction, and as you've seen, fireworks are spectacular because they can show up in different colors. What we're going to do is show you with our fire tornado how you can get different colors using different metal salts and other chemicals. So what we're going to do is dim our lights just a bit, and we're going to be able to observe as these electrons go from an excited state back down to a less excited state, emitting photons in the process. Now, depending on the wavelength of those photons, they are going to be different colors. So if you have a higher frequency, it's going to produce a photon on the higher end of the spectrum, or as these electrons get excited and go back down to a lower state of energy, they will emit those photons, and as a result, you're going to see a color. Now, depending on the wavelength of that photon being emitted, that's going to change that color from strontium chloride can make a red, a boric acid can make a green, a lithium chloride can make like a red or a purple. So when you combine these different chemicals, you get different colors, and that is the art of fireworks. What I want to show you with this demonstration is how some of our favorite fireworks are launched away from where you ignite them. That's really important because as these fireworks explode, it can be extremely hazardous. So one of the most common ones is your basic mortar, where it launches your firework way up into the air and then it explodes with a great heightened visual and safely away from everybody else. But how do they do that? Well, it involves Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So what will happen is you'll have a tube of some sort and an explosion at the bottom of that tube that launches your ammunition outward. We're going to show that, and our fuel source is going to be propane. So we're going to pretend this is a firework, we're going to add this in here and give it a test. So this one gets a little bit loud, so I'm going to put on my hearing protection. Load up our ammunition. We're going to add our fuel source for about 5 seconds and ignite. Here we go. So that's how we end up launching our that's how we end up launching the firework out of the mortar way up into the air, and that way it's safely away from us and everybody can enjoy the visual from a distance. So it's a great innovation of a way to incorporate physics into the fireworks so that we can enjoy it. Once again, thank you from the Museum of Discovery for joining us. You'll see us next week with more home discoveries.